Toprak, üzerinde yaşadığı insanlara kendi karakterini verir. Kimi hırçın, kimi besleyici, kimi müsamahakar, kimi bereketli, kimi ise kısır ve çürütücü olur. Bir avuç topraktan gelip bir avuç toprağa giden insanoğlunun bölüşemediği topraklardaki hazin hikayesi gibi. Birçoğumuz köklerinin bağlı olduğu topraklarda yeşerip aynı toprağa karışıyoruz. Ancak dünya üzerinde öyle coğrafyalar var ki hayatta kalabilmek için toprağından koparılan çiçeklerle doludur. Bosna bu coğrafyalardan sadece biri. Bundan yalnızca 25 yıl önce dünya tarihinin gördüğü en yıkıcı zaman dilimlerinden biri Bosna'da yaşandı. Avrupa'nın göbeğinde binlerce insan hunharca katledildi. Modern zamanın ilk soykırımı burada yaşandı. Bu kara manzaradan bir hayır çıktı belki. Savaş sebebiyle daha 4 yaşındayken ülkesini terk etmek zorunda kalan İndira Kaljo, bugün dünyada özgürlük mücadelesinin simge isimlerinden biri oldu. Amerika'da başarılı bir basketbolcuyken örtünmeye karar verdi ve karşısına çıkan yasakları aşmak için kampanya başlattı. Dünyanın dört bir yanından destek aldıktan sonra Dünya Basketbol Federasyonu FIBA'ya tarihi bir adım attırdı. İndira Kaljo'nun hikayesi birkaç cümleye sığdırılıp anlatılacak gibi değil. Bugünkü mücadeleci tavrını ve bitmek bilmeyen azmini anlamak için çocukluğuna dönmek gerek.
I was born in Bjelove, Sarajevo, which is in the center of the city, about 5-10 minutes up the hill. And I remember playing outside. We had this little courtyard, and I remember playing outside with my mom. We had a nice little garden in the back. We still have the home, alhamdulillah, now. And it's a beautiful garden, and it gives many fruits and vegetables. So we would eat all of our food from the garden. I remember a grenade hitting either on top of our roof or close to us and being very scared. I was 4 years old. I was very, very scared when the grenade hit, and I remember it was my aunt. I was asking her, "Are we going to be okay? Are they going to come inside, the soldiers?" And she said, "No, we're okay. Don't worry. Don't be scared." And it was shortly after that my mom said, "No, khalas, we are going to go. We are leaving Sarajevo. It's not safe here." We left, and we went on a bus. We went to a bus on the border of Croatia, and then we took a boat across the water, and it was very scary. You don't know what's going on. You're a very young girl. My sister at the time was 10 years old, and the horror stories you hear with Syrian refugees and refugees now around the world, it's really horror stories. The kids get pushed on the boats, they lose their parents. That's what happened. My sister got left on another boat. They pushed me and my mom, and we didn't know what was going to happen. My mom was so scared. I was 4 years old. I didn't know what was going on. My mom, and my sister, of course, was 10. I asked my sister, how did she feel? And she was like, I was so scared. She was like, I didn't know where my mom was. And she said, like, when she reunited, sorry. Okay. Okay. So when she reunited with my mom, they were both very happy, alhamdulillah, that God made that happen. But when you know that this is happening now to Syrian kids, millions of them, it's heartbreaking. And so this is why it's so important to do as much as we can, to help as much as we can, even if it's one penny. It's important to help these families.
İndira Kaljo'yu binlerce Müslüman gencin örnek aldığı kişi yapansa, başörtüsü takmaya karar verdiği süreçten sonra yaşadıkları ve mücadelesi.
I started playing basketball when I was 9 years old with my older sister. I fell in love with the sport. Before basketball, I did swimming, I did, softball, I did volleyball, but for me, the best was basketball. And I think that my goal is to inspire more girls to try basketball because it's an amazing sport. It doesn't matter if you're short or tall, if you're young or old, it's truly a beautiful, beautiful sport. And I remember when I was 9 or 11, I remember telling my mom, I want to be a professional basketball player. And alhamdulillah, God made it happen. Really, Allah just made my dreams happen. I had a scholarship to play basketball at Tulane University in New Orleans, Louisiana. And after that, I played 1 year in Ireland and 1 year in my home country, Bosna. I got closer to Islam, and I was thinking, should I start wearing hijab, should I not start wearing hijab, and I decided in my heart I needed to wear hijab for my personal self. After that, almost over a year and a half ago, I decided to wear the hijab. But FIBA had a ban against all headgear, so even Jewish people cannot wear the I forget what it's called now, and the turban wearers could not wear turban, and hijab wearers could not wear hijab. So I said, this is not okay, I need to do something. So I started an online petition on change.org in America, and mashallah, worldwide with the turban petition, there was also a petition for the turban wearers. We got 70,000 signatures from France, from different parts in Africa. People were writing in different languages, this is not okay, you should be able to wear a hijab, we support you. So with those 70,000 signatures, and also with the support of CARE, CARE is the Council on American Islamic Relations, they wrote many articles in America saying this is not okay and we should do something. They even wrote to the U.S. Olympics Committee for basketball, and the U.S. Olympic Committee wrote to FIBA saying this is an American Muslim. If she were to join our national team, she would not be able to play for our basketball team, and they said, please look at your rules. Alhamdulillah, 1 month later, FIBA approved 2 years to allow all women to play professionally with hijab, turban, everything. So this is a big, big thing. In 4 months, we were able to do something history. We were able to, alhamdulillah, not just me, many people. I can name their names, but they know who they are. They helped so much to get us to this point. And I'm just so thankful for everybody's support. Now we are in year 1.5. In August of 2016, FIBA will decide if women and men around the world can wear their religious attire and represent what they believe in. And I say, if it's not hurting any other player, and if it's not hurting me, what is the problem? If I can shoot the basketball and score for that team, don't you want me to play? Some people bring politics into sports, and I think this is the problem. We should not bring politics into sports. We should allow all players to play. And for me, I'm very passionate about this because I know there's probably thousands of young girls that will play basketball at one point, And I know many girls have contacted me from Bosnia, from Sweden, from different parts of Africa. They've contacted me and said, I have this problem. I want to play for my national team. I had an Egyptian girl contact me and say, I want to play for my national team. They want me to play, but because of the hijab, I cannot play. And to me, that's crazy. If she's good enough to be on the team, if she's good enough to represent her country, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, USA, and wearing the hijab, so what? So what? It's a piece of... And so to me, it's very frustrating that in 2016 now, we're still having to talk about this. I hope, inshallah, we will come to a point where we don't have to talk about this, that it's going to be normal. She will play sports with a hijab. She will go to law school. She will be a doctor, and no problem. It's a piece of cloth on her head that represents her faith. So this is why I'm so passionate about it, and why I started Global Etmek, which means globally, obviously the world. Etmek in Bosnian means active women, and what we really want is women that wear hijab, don't wear hijab, to be a part of our organization, to say we are women and we can do anything, and to join forces. It's through unity, it's through empowerment of women and young girls that we can get to a better tomorrow, inshallah. So this is my vision, this is my dream, and I hope that with every single person that I talk to, every single, sometimes there's stressful moments, there's this, but I hope that essentially we can do something better for the world. And I'm so grateful to everybody's support. There's so many people behind me and in front of me that have helped me to get this message out. And inshallah, we will get the message out even more. As far as Global Etmek in Turkey, we're excited to start the charity, inshallah, in the next couple months. There's a few people that I definitely want to thank, which is Tuba, one of them, for all her work. She's just amazing. Everything I ask her, she does without even a question. And just people behind the scenes that make things possible for this Syrian refugees basketball tournament today, and yesterday we did soccer. We have so much to thank Esra for it. She's been amazing as far as putting it together, and there's really no words for every person that has donated one Turkish lira, $1 US, for us to buy all the supplies, for us to be able to put these projects on. I'm forever thankful, and inshallah may Allah reward everybody for their help. One last thing, as far as the support from my Turkish brothers and sisters, mashallah, it's been amazing. For the hijab thing, people, the amount of newspaper articles, this happened a year ago when it first happened, the amount of support, encouraging words, good job Indira, we're behind you, brothers, sisters from Turkey, and in Bosnia and worldwide, it's amazing. So this is how I know that there are people that feel that women should be able to play with the hijab, and this is how I know that they are behind us. Maybe they don't have enough power, or maybe they are not in political positions, but they should know that their voice counts. And if they ever see a woman with hijab being discriminated against, or saying, no, you cannot because of hijab, no, you cannot because you're a woman, please stand up, say something, use your voice to make a change. When I decided to wear my hijab, some people that I know, they said, why, you have beautiful hair, why will you cover your hair? They didn't understand. And for me, it was a personal journey between me and Allah, and I didn't really care what people thought, because I knew that this is what I need to do and what I should do. But some of my teammates, they said, great job, you're following your heart, you're following your connection to God, great job. One funny story, one of my teammates I knew for 6 years, so she's seen me play basketball for 6 years, college and professional, and she said after the first game I wore with hijab, we played together in the summer league in Los Angeles, California. So the people were staring like, is she really going to play like that? Okay, Los Angeles, California, okay, where there's no hijabis playing basketball. And it was funny because I think people get surprised when they see me play. They say, wow, like she really is good. So I enjoyed showing people that I can play, that a hijabi can play. And honestly, one of my teammates said after the game, Indira, she's like, Indira, you played really well. And I said, yeah, why wouldn't I? She said, I don't know, I said, you thought this was going to change the way I shoot? You thought, long sleeve was going to change the way I play? So it was funny to see the mentality, to see the perspective, but this is what we need. We need more hijabis to change people's minds. We can do everything that a non-hijab woman can do.
Bir de şeyiz böyle
Coming from Sarajevo, it's been a journey. Yes, it's been a journey, and it's been, fighting along the way. And people say, where do you get your fighting spirit? Why do you always fight? Why do you always want to keep pushing? And I say, I learned it from my mom. I learned it from her. She was such a strong woman. She had very little, but she made a lot from very little. And she, whenever she had the most difficult times, she was never, ever not willing to fight. And I think this is what's amazing. I've seen what women, when they want something, what they can do. And this is where I get my fighting spirit. It's coming from a torn, worn country, having nothing, leaving with nothing but a couple shirts on our backs, going to Germany, having a small room, and then going to America. It's been a journey where I've learned about myself, about people, and about the will to fight. And I've seen what Muslims have to endure. And it's heartbreaking, but especially with hijab, now this fight against the ban, it's just in my spirit. If I see somebody getting bullied, I say, no, this is not okay, stop doing it. I will fight for what is right. And I think this is why I fought for the hijab ban, not just for myself, but because honestly, there are thousands of little girls and thousands of women now that want to play, but they cannot because of the hijab. And they should not have these issues. We should not have issues, and we must fight for anything that we believe in. If it's for the right's sake, if it's for Allah's sake, we should fight for it. And we should show the beauty of Islam, the beauty of this religion, the beauty of our people, the beauty of the truth, because this is the truth. And even if there's any propaganda and lies in the news and so on, the truth will always set all of us free. And I think this is what Allah tells us, and we must believe in this always.
Özellikle Suriyeli çocuklara yardım için dünyayı dolaşan Kaljo için Türkiye'nin yeri bambaşka. Bosna Savaşı sırasında Türkiye halkının gösterdiği desteği vurguluyor ve Anadolu ile Bosna'nın kardeş olduğunu belirtiyor.
I love Turkey. They really are my komşia, we say in Bosnian. The people here are great. Istanbul is absolutely beautiful, and the food is amazing. So people say, why do you keep coming back? And I say, why would I not keep coming back? It's just beautiful here. And I feel that I can give back here. Before, with Global Aktivne, we have done basketball tournaments for all hijab team. We did this a couple months ago. Before that, we did a 3-on-3 tournament for girls, basketball tournaments. So I feel that Global Aktivne can do positive things here in Istanbul and in Turkey, inshallah, and unite more women, hijab and non-hijab wearers. And right now what we're here for today is for a Syrian refugee basketball tournament. So yesterday we did a soccer tournament. just to see the Syrian kids smiling and just to see them happy. I know I was speaking with Tuba, she said, you know, this is one of the things, this is why we do it. It's for the smiles that you see on the kids' faces. Without the people in the background, things are not possible. We cannot do any projects, but when we all work together a little bit, everybody does a little bit of their part, we're able to do something positive, and I think that's what we're all here for, and we ask Allah, inshallah, to accept our deeds and our actions for the sake. Currently, I'm playing basketball in Saudi Arabia. It's a team called Jeddah United, and what they want to do is to build up their team. Basketball is very new in Saudi Arabia, especially for women. So it's the first major women's team, which is huge for history. And inshallah, they want to make a national team for Saudi Arabia to compete against other teams. So this is what we will try to do. Yeah, that's the goal of the basketball. On the other side, I am also teaching physical education to grades 6 through 11, boys and girls, and it's such rewarding work. I love teaching about health. I love getting boys and girls to be active, to understand that we must take care of our bodies. No one else will. I always get asked this, what are your last messages? And honestly, the last messages are, do what you can. Inshallah, do your part. All of us here in Turkey can do something. All of us in America can do something. Globally, we can all do something. And let's be the people, the small parts, each of us, to make positive change. And inshallah, we will see a better world. Inshallah, inshallah. I always say, God willingly, it's for us to do our part and to support hijab and to say this is an empowerment of women, to see women strong in the hijab, to see women capable wearing the hijab. And let's prove all the naysayers, all the people that say no, let's prove them wrong. And let's show them what women with hijab can do.